So now let's take another example. I've taken similar terms like last time, but instead of having 2x plus 3y to the power 4, this time I have 2x minus 3y to the power 4. So my term a and b is a is 2x and b is negative 3y. Okay. So just like the last time, I'll first start by laying out all the coefficients. The coefficient are 1. If you don't remember, you can refer to the Pascal's triangle again. 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. So we have a to the power 0, which means it's 2x to the power 0. And b, this time my b is negative 3y. It's not just 3y, but negative 3y. Negative 3y to the power 4. Plus, now we have 4 times 2x, which is a to the power 1, and b, and that's negative 3y to the power 3. My next term is 6 multiplied with a to the power 2, and b, that's negative 3y to the power 2. Just observe again, the power of a is increasing and the power of b is decreasing. So next is 4 a, that's 2x to the power 3, and b, which is minus 3y to the power 1, and our last term, that's 1 multiplied with a, 2x to the power 4, and b, which is minus 3y to the power 0. All we need to do is now simplify the terms. So my first term, 2x to the power 0 is 1. So all of this is 1. And I have minus 3y to the power 4, which is 81y to the power 4. Plus 4 times 2x is 8x. And negative 3y cube is essentially negative 3y multiplied with negative 3y multiplied with negative 3y. So this everything becomes 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. Y times y times y is y cube. And we have negative times negative is positive, and positive times negative is negative. So the whole thing is negative 27y cube. So it's negative 27y cube plus 6 times 2x squared is 4x squared minus 3y squared is 9y squared plus 4 multiplied with 2x cube is 8x cube. In case if you do not realize, 2x cube means it is 2x multiplied with 2x multiplied with 2x. So 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. And x times x times x is x cubed. Multiplied with negative 3y plus, now 3y to the power 0 is 1. So negative 3y to the power 0 is 1. So we have 2x to the power 4, and that's 16x to the power 4. So let's just simplify everything. We've got 81y to the power 4 minus 216xy cube plus 216 x squared y squared plus, so this will be negative 96 x cube y plus 16 y to the power 4. Now, if you compare this answer with the answer of 2x plus 3y to the power 4, and check. This is what you got. 81 y to the power 4 plus 216 xy cube plus 216 x squared y squared plus 96 x cubed y plus 16 x to the power 4. Sorry, this is also x to the power 4, not y to the power 4. So please note that when the sign in the middle is a negative sign, the terms are alternate positive and negative. This is positive, this is negative, positive, negative, and positive. So the odd number terms, second term, fourth term, they are negative. However, when we have plus in the middle, all of our terms are just positive. Again, I repeat, in this case, alternate terms are negative. So if we start with a positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. But when the sign in between is positive, then all of our terms are positive. Okay. I'd now ask you to do the binomial expansion of this. So we've got x minus 2y to the power of 5. Try answering this and then later check back your answer. So let's see what will be the expansion of x minus 2y to the power 5. First of all, write all the coefficients. And if you recall the Pascal's triangle, when n is equal to 5, then my coefficients are 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. So I'm going to write all of these coefficients here first. And it will require longer space. So I'm going to write here 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. You should also note that when the power is 5, the number of terms or coefficients that we see is 6. When the power was 4, the number of terms that we have is 5. If the power is 3, the number of terms is 4. So the number of terms is always 1 more than the power. Okay, so then let's start with now, what is our A here? The A is x, and what's the B? It's minus 2y. So let's start the expansion. A to the power 0 and B to the power 5 plus A to the power 1, A which is x, x to the power 1, and B which is negative 2y to the power 4 plus A to the power 2 and B to the power 3 plus A to the power 3 and B to the power 2 plus A to the power 4 and B to the power 1. And finally, my last term where we have A to the power 5 and B, which is negative 2y to the power 0. So if we simplify, we'll get this as negative 32 y to the power 5 plus negative 2y to the power 4 is 16. So 16 times 5 is 80. 80 xy to the power 4 minus 80 x squared y cube. I'm not going too much into details of this because I've shown you what does cube means and how we multiply this. So this is really for you to verify what you've done is correct or not. The next term is plus 40 x cube y squared. Next term is negative 10 x to the power 4 y. And finally, our last term is x to the power 5. So if you have gotten this, that's absolutely right. And you can also notice that my alternate terms are negative and positive. So we start this with negative, then we have positive, negative, positive, negative, and positive. And that's it.